Hi, my name is Jordan Kruse. This is POI for Raytown High School. My daughter would come to me crying. And it didn't matter what she was crying about, but she could snot on my sleeve, sit on my knee, just cry it out. Daddy's got you. That's all that mattered. Now when my son came to me crying, I would give the boy 30 seconds until he came up to crying to me. Then I would end up saying things like, "Why are you crying? Keep your head up. Look at me when I'm talking to you. Why are you crying?" And out of my own frustration of building up to fit these structures and guides of a man, I would just end up saying things like, "Go to your room! Go to your room and come back to me when you can talk like a man." Like a man. And he's only 5 years old. As I grew in life, I would just find myself saying things like, "Why would I do this? Why would I act like this?" And then I think back. I think back to my father. As a boy, we are self-taught to be a man, to be tough, to not cry, and most of all, to not show any emotion. That to be a man, you have to be tough, how to be strong. The journey of boyhood to manhood shouldn't be a battle or a war. But we use figures of speech of war and battle, and being a soldier, to be a man, and to not have any feelings. Masculinity is not limited to just one idea. To be a man, there are multiple ways. From the prose, Why I'm Done Trying to Be Man Enough by James Porter. A Call to Men by Jennifer Newsom. From the poetry, 10 Phrases to the Word Man Up by Kyle Grant. From the drama, On Earth We're Briefly Gorgeous by Ocean Vaughn. Man Down, a program, because becoming a man should not be a battle. I grew up in New York City. As a boy, we were taught that being a man, you had to be tough, how to be strong, how to be courageous, how to be this. No showing emotion, except the emotion of anger. Especially no fear at all. That being a man, you were in charge. Which means women are not. I've been pretending to be a man that I'm not. I've been pretending to be strong when I felt weak. Courageous when I was really hurting. Confident when I felt insecure. And happy when I was hurting inside. It's hard trying to be man all the time. As a boy, all I wanted to be was to fit in with the other boys. But fitting in with them meant I had to find this almost disgusted view of feminine. But this is the script that we've been given, right? Women are weak, men are strong. This has been subconsciously programmed in young minds of boys and girls, just like it was for me. Stop crying! Don't cry! You need to pick yourself up! Be a man! Do something! Act like a man! Be a man! Be a man! But for men in particular, when the patriarchy says that it's okay to grab a woman's ass and deny her the space and comfort, you accept this as a way of treating another human being. You deny yourself the opportunity to understand why you desire this power and comfort in the first place. The ego wants dominance, and the male ego is currently everywhere. Here we celebrate our boys Who in one celebrate one another. You killed it, big guy. You went in that game, guns a-blazing. My son, he's a ladies' killer. Dude, did you bag her? Yeah, I effed her brains out. I'd smash it. I'd blow it up. Dude, that girl, she's a grenade. She's blowing up. I'm dead serious. To some extent, these are only metaphors. Hyperbolic of speech, nothing else. But they are, in my mind, a strong root between these phrases and this country's violent past. From the founding fathers to the manifest destiny, America was self-founded and self-fashioned out of the self-myth of the self-made explorer, revolutionary to colonization. The American paradox of hegemonic masculinity is also a paradox of identity. Because America was founded on death, we had to find almost measurement of life to celebrate it. So, our boys of our growth. So, you killed it. What's even more upsetting is men, when they feel this emotion, they feel more comfortable killing themselves than actually acknowledging this pain. We live in a society where it's okay to kill yourself rather than acknowledge this pain. It's okay to feel sad. It's okay to feel pain. It's okay of loving your mom and dad. It's okay of wanting more affection by them and more hugs. It's okay to take a second and to remind yourself of these truths. You ever notice how they never say woman up? They just imply it. Because the woman's movement and the woman's just figured out a long time ago that being demoted to commercials and magazines and pushed around is dehumanizing. When will men figure it out? How many boys have to kill themselves? How many women have to be sexually assaulted? How many gays have to be murdered? We teach our boys to wear the skin of another man, but we also teach that to wear that skin and raise it like a flag and draw blood for it. Man up? No. Are you brave enough? Are you to dive headfirst into your shame? Are you able to be sensitive, to cry, to be happy, even if it makes you look weak? Are you confident enough to listen to the woman of your life, to hear their ideas and to their solutions? And will you be man enough to stand up to others when you hear locker room talk, when you hear sexual harassment stories, when you hear our boys talking about grabbing ass and getting her drunk? Will you say something? And so we don't have to live in a world where a woman has to risk everything and say the words, "Me too." Guys, this is weird. I'm only scratching at the surface here, because the deeper we go, the uglier it gets. I guarantee you. But I believe as men, it's time to start see our past and our privilege and recognize that we're not just part of the problem. We are the problem. The glass ceiling is there because we put it there. And for us to take it down, we need to be the solution. So women, on behalf of men all over the world that feel just as likely as me, please forgive us of all the ways that we have not relied on your strength. And now I would like to ask you formally to help us, because we cannot do this on our own. We are men. We're going to mess up. We're going to be tone deaf. We're probably going to ignore you. We're probably even going to offend you. But don't lose hope. We are only here because you put us here. And like you, as men, we need to stand up to be your allies. As you fight against pretty much everything, we need your help to celebrate our vulnerability and being your patient with us as we take this long journey to our head, to our hearts.